Welcome back to my channel. The prosecution first witness in the Wandon gang trial today told the Home Circuit Court that alleged members of the criminal enterprise suspected that one of their colleagues is providing the police with information. The witness, who returned to the island this morning, told the court that the alleged members weren't able to identify who it was. The witness made the assertion during cross-examination by attorney Denise Henson, who is representing one of the defendants, Brian Morris. Last month, the witness testified that he drove Mr. Morris and two other defendants to and from a St. Catherine community where Mr. Morris allegedly murdered a Rastafarian man. Miss Henson suggested to the witness that he met Mr. Morris while he was arrested in 2019 and that she had never seen her client engage in any illegal activities. The witness insisted that he knew Mr. Morris before they were arrested, and he also stood guard at his house. The witness told the court that his neighbors knew him as a businessman and said he was forced to join the gang. Most of the people due to board a controversial deportation flight from the United Kingdom to Jamaica on Wednesday have been removed from the flight list as anti-deportation activists have blocked the road in front of a detention center to try to prevent them from being put on the plane. The activists, calling themselves Stop the Plane, have locked themselves to metal pipes outside Brook House Immigration Removal Center near Gatwick Airport. More than 50 Jamaicans were due to fly, but most are no longer on the passenger list. It is reported that the Home Office has also encountered various problems with the flight. A survey of 17 people originally expected to be deported on Wednesday identified at least 10 who have been in the UK since they were children. They include a man who came to Britain at the age of 9 and was raised by his aunt, who was from the Windrush generation. At least 24 British children have been at risk of losing their fathers. Another man who went to the UK at the age of 10 and served an 8-year sentence for a kidnapping offense is suffering from dangerously high blood pressure. In the past weeks, he had been admitted to hospital several times and then discharged back to the detention center. Education Minister Fayval Williams today defended the 7 years program for secondary school students. She also disclosed that graduation will allow this academic year for fifth formers. The minister said graduation for fifth formers will eventually phase out.
We will ensure employable skills and personal and professional development along with career guidance. The beauty of these many pathways, Madam Speaker, is that a student coming in on pathway 3 can aspire to be in pathway 1, which is the traditional CAPE pathways. Before now, that may not have even been a thought. We go even further, Madam Speaker. Students who may have dropped out of school prior to completing grade 11 can be registered in the program once they meet the age requirement and the necessary assessments are done to determine the sixth form pathway best suited for them. Guidance counselors and career coaches will work closely with students to determine the pathway they will pursue in the sixth form program. For parents, students, families, well-wishers, and schools that want to have school leaving exercises for grade 11, we do not plan to make any changes for this graduation season. We will be, however, engaging in further consultations with stakeholders, and over time, we would like all Jamaicans to accept this notion of a 7-year high school, something our law called on us to do some 57 years ago.
The body of 14-year-old Demoya Jarrett was recovered from the Rio Cobre River in St. Catherine earlier today after she was reportedly swept away in the river yesterday afternoon. Reports are that shortly after midday, Demoya and other friends went swimming in the Rio Cobre, where she was reportedly met into difficulties and was pulled underwater. The incident was reported to the police, who called in the help of the Jamaica Defense Force, JDF. However, their search to retrieve her body was unsuccessful. Her body was recovered shortly after midday by a team of local divers who joined in the search. Her body was recovered from the water and transported to the morgue, where she was pronounced dead. Deputy Superintendent of Police Raymond Wilson remains in a hospital in stable condition after being treated for injuries he received after the vehicle in which he was traveling crashed and landed in a section of the sea of the Sir Florizel Glasspool Highway in East Kingston earlier today. The police corporate communication unit has confirmed the crash and indicated that based upon information received, his injuries are not life-threatening. Reports are that the superintendent was traveling in a motor vehicle this morning when, upon reaching the vicinity of the Jamaica Flour Mill, the vehicle lost control and ran off the road. The senior police officer was assisted by other motorists and taken to the hospital, where he was treated and admitted in a stable condition. In the meantime, the CCU also reported that a female constable escaped with minor injuries after a service vehicle in which she was traveling overturned along the Bay Farm Road in St. Andrew. The constable, who is attached to the Narcotics Division, was traveling along the road shortly after 5 a.m. when she lost control of the vehicle, which then crashed into a wall.